Hey there, my friend. Welcome. This is Dr. Anthony Balduzzi, founder here at the Fit Father Project and the Fit Mother Project. And today's video is all about how to properly do the barbell bench press. And this is one of the most popular upper body exercises of all time. And the thing is, the barbell bench press is actually very complicated. And if you don't do it right, you're not activating your chest properly, and you're actually putting your shoulders at risk of some serious injury. And you don't have to really look too hard and far to find guys who have blown out shoulders or pecs from not benching properly. So in today's video, I'm going to show you what I've learned about how to make the barbell bench press safer and more effective. I'm going to show you some simple tweaks to like the bench setup, to your grip width, to lowering the bar properly. I know you're going to learn a ton in today's video. So get out your pen and paper, take some notes. Let's get on to the bench press.
FitFatherProject.com.
All right, so to get straight into how to do the barbell bench press, we need to talk about the bench setup first. And one of the things I've learned most over the last 20 years bench pressing is that the bench angle is essential. And a lot of the problems that guys have with their shoulders when they're benching is impingement, pain on the front of that shoulder, because we have a rotator cuff tendon that runs through that front of that shoulder called the supraspinatus tendon. It has to run through this little space called the subacromial space. And the problem is so many guys who work at desks and do a lot of benching and lat work have rolled forward shoulders. That narrows that space, which creates more wear and tear on that shoulder and that supraspinatus tendon. It's one of the main reasons guys have tendonitis in the rotator cuff is through that front space. So let's open it up a little bit. And specifically, I want to show you what it looks like on the bench. What we're going to do is we simply put some weights below the bench to create a slight decline angle. So this bench may only have, I'd say like a 5 or 10 degree angle, but what that does is when I lie back on this bench here, I'm gonna be able to roll back just a little bit. I'm gonna keep my shoulder a lot more open. So this position right here is a lot more shoulder friendly than a straight flat bench press. And it may seem subtle, but you're gonna find you do it this way, your shoulder's gonna feel a lot better. So once you're set, you want your feet to be firmly planted. I have mine on the bottom of the bench here, but if you could access the floor, that's fine too. Feet firmly planted. We are gonna grab the bar at roughly around shoulder width. Not too wide, not too narrow. It's like the Goldilocks principle, just right. And you're gonna have to play around to see what the right grip is for you. Once you've grabbed the grip and you bring that thumb on in, I think it's a good idea. You see a lot of guys do this. They pull up and they press down. What they're doing is driving those shoulder blades in a locked position down into the bench. My head also driving down into the bench. So when I lift this bar, deep breath, bar comes off, I'm already set. My shoulder blades are locked in. A big mistake guys do is they don't get set, and from this position, they're loose and they're wobbly and you feel like they got to wiggle on the bench. So the setup is essential. Grab, grab, pull up, drive the shoulder blades down, and pinch them together and drive into the bench right here. Now take a deep breath and you're off. Now from here, I'm driving through my legs, pushing through my legs, deep breath in, and I'm lowering that bar to my lower rib cage. Elbows are staying fairly tucked to my body. I'm not flaring them, but I'm not doing this. They're like in this zone here, and I'm driving right on up. So a couple reps without me blabbing. Okay, so what's happening here? One, I'm squeezing the shit out of the bar. Squeezing the bar is essential. It activates all the stabilizing muscles in your shoulder and actually gets your nervous system firing. I'm pressing through my feet in the floor. I'm taking a deep breath and I'm lowering that bar right here to like my upper part of my rib cage, right below my nipple line. I'm still maintaining that deep breath and I'm driving through my feet and pressing the bar slightly overhead. Slow and controlled the way down. Pause, right on up. Now I almost feel like I'm pulling the bar down into me as I'm bringing my chest up through. This creates that big air in your body, so you'll feel when you're pressing, there's a big difference between being full of air and being like this. You feel like you're getting flattened out versus full of air. You can press off the chest a lot easier. So again, down, deep breath, elbows slightly tucked, here pause, fire right on up. Now a couple other things that I want to address that I see often with guys when they're benching is hand position. This is a stable hand where the bar is sitting in the palm of the hand and the whole wrist is stacked with the elbow. When you see guys who sit the bar way far back here, that line of force through the bar is not in line with your skeletal structure. You're weaker here. So bring this grip slightly over and get in a place where it's comfortable, but the more stacked your hand can be, the more you're using your skeleton and not just your muscles. Also, I think that it's worth talking about the concept of tension. When you're lifting a weight, your muscles do not know how much weight you're lifting. They don't know there's a 45 on there or 25. What they know is tension. You can create more tension doing a slow, controlled, effective bench press than you can bouncing a bar off your chest. So, good position. Slowly lower. Pause for like a half second. Fire right on up explosively. Come back down, pause, fire right back up. Those elbows are fairly tucked. They're not flared up here, but they're not necessarily like excessively down the sides unless you're trying to do a close grip bench press. Big air in your chest, lowering, pause, fire right back up, squeeze the chest. On the way up, I like to feel like I'm trying to drive my hands together towards the middle, because the proper vector of doing a chest press, and this is one reason why I personally prefer dumbbells, is not straight up. It's into adduction too. So adduction through here. So it's this pressing motion. So we can't do that with a barbell. We could with a dumbbell. So we have to compromise and almost feel like we're mentally bringing these pecs together as we're pushing the weight off our chest. So a couple more clean reps, and then we'll get you off to some ideas on some sets and reps for the bench. So again, grab, deep breath, shoulders down, feet on the floor. Now, in terms of sets and reps for the bench press, so many ways you could play this. I love the classic 5x5. If you're looking for a mix of size and strength, 5 sets, 5 reps can be a really great way, especially if you're a new lifter, to get that mix of still carrying heavy load, but not making it so excessive that you're doing a single or a double, which can be dangerous until you have some good form and you've been underweight for a while. For the purposes of bodybuilding, I'd say that I like to do bench press in 2 different types of rep ranges. So if you bench twice a week, you might go heavy on one day, light on the other. So it might look like that 5x5 one day, or maybe 4 sets of 6 to 8 or something like that. And another day, you might do 4 sets of more in the 8 to 15 rep range. Because when we do the bench press, we're both looking to activate those deep muscle fibers in your nervous system with strength, but we also want the metabolic stress of higher rep training as well. So this could be a good opportunity to do maybe a 5x5 barbell bench press and maybe do some flat dumbbell at a higher rep later in the week. I would say for your total benching, and this is just for general fitness, if you're a power lifter, you may need more specific programming details, but for general fitness, it might be a good idea to get around anywhere from 5 to 10 sets of bench press per week. So if you have 2 upper body days, maybe 5 sets on one day, 5 sets on the next day, you're definitely gonna make a lot of progress like that. But I think you probably get diminishing returns after 10 sets of bench unless you are a power lifter specifically trying to get a lot of reps in on your bench and you're trying to grow your bench specifically. But we got a big old body, right? Bench press is not the only exercise that's good for your chest, but that's my recommendation. And if you find that even if you follow these tutorial tips and your elbows are tucked and you have good form and you're bracing and you're breathing and it still hurts your shoulder, that's good indication that you might wanna be trying the dumbbells. Dumbbells have the advantage of being, free weights completely in the sense that your arms aren't connected, so it can be good for correcting muscle imbalances. You don't have to worry as much about, the single bar path. You can move them a little freely, and I think it's a great way to train some strength and stability is to do both as long as it works on your shoulder. So hopefully that slight decline bench tip might help you. I recommend you try that out. And I hope you found some part of this video valuable, my friend. And I hope that this bench press serves you for lots of years and you keep your shoulders healthy. One of the worst things you can do is bench heavy and get injured and get sidelined for a while. So hope you enjoyed this video. If you like this, you learned something new, hit the thumbs up like button. Let me know that you found this valuable and drop me a comment below. Me and my Fit Father Project and Fit Mother Project teams, we work hard for you here on YouTube to give you the best content. That's why our channels right now have 500 plus videos on form tutorials like this, but also free workouts, meal plans, nutrition tips, how to get and stay motivated for yourself and your family. We are the Fit Father Project and the Fit Mother Project. This is what we do. So if you enjoy this stuff, I want to invite you to subscribe, join our family here on YouTube, and check that little notification bell to get notified when we publish new videos. At least 1 new video per week. Always great stuff like this, even shorter than this one sometimes. So hope you found this valuable, my friends. Subscribe. Check the links in the description below for our free workouts and our free meal plans. We'll send those straight to your email, and we'll see you around the channel, and I'll talk to you very soon.